Good day, students.
Good day, Dr. Adebayo Solico.
Today, we are going to look at sampling technique. Sampling techniques for your study has to do with the method being used to select your respondents during research. Now that you understand that you cannot survey the entire study population due to various factors, you should adopt one of the sample selection methodologies that best suits your research study.
Sir, since we cannot study the whole population and we are at liberty to use sample out of the whole population, then, can you tell us types of sampling techniques we have?
In general terms, we have 1. Probability sampling, and 2. Non-probability sampling technique. Probability sampling technique is a method used to select sample objects from a population based on probability theory. Everyone is included in the sample and has an equal chance of being selected. There is no bias in this type of sample. Every person in the population has the opportunity to be part of the research. Probability sampling can be categorized into 4 types. Simple random sampling. Simple random sampling is the easiest way to select a sample. Here, each member has an equal chance of being part of the sample. The objects in this sample are chosen at random, and each member has exactly the same probability of being selected. Cluster sampling. Cluster sampling is a method in which respondents are grouped into clusters. These groups can be defined based on age, gender, location, and demographic parameters. Systematic sampling. In systematic sampling, individuals are chosen at equal intervals from the population. A starting point is selected, and then respondents are chosen at predefined sample intervals. Stratified sampling. Stratified random sampling is a process of dividing respondents into distinct but predefined parameters. In this method, respondents do not overlap but collectively represent the entire population. Non-probabilistic sampling. The non-probability sampling method uses the researcher's preference regarding sample selection bias. This sampling method derives primarily from the researcher's ability to access this sample. Here the population members do not have the same opportunities to be part of the sample. Non-probability sampling can be further classified into 4 types. Convenience sampling. As the name implies, convenience sampling represents the convenience with which the researcher can reach the respondent. The researchers do not have the authority to select the samples, and they are done solely for reasons of proximity and not representativeness. Deliberate, critical, or judgmental sampling. In this type of sampling, the researcher judges and develops his sample on the nature of the study and the understanding of his target audience. Only people who meet the research criteria and the final objective are selected. Snowball sampling. As a snowball speeds up, it accumulates more snow around itself. Similarly, with snowball sampling, respondents are tasked with providing references or recruiting samples for the study once their participation ends. Quota sampling. Quota sampling is a method where the researcher has the privilege to select a sample based on its strata. In this method, 2 people cannot exist under 2 different conditions.
Sir, with all this explanation, so we can adopt any applicable one during our study.
Yes, Lizzie. Any other question?
No, sir.
Well, we shall close this class for today. So we shall treat instrumentation in our next class. Bye for now.